All right, we're just kidding with that. So I just got my wing in today, so I'm super excited. So we're just going to basically open this up and see what's on inside. So let's get started. Looks like probably safest to cut here. Thank you very much to Mr. Tucker Gott for helping me decide which wing was best for me, for my setup, for my flying style. And thank you for Aviator for getting it in the mail and getting it sent to me as well. So without further ado, we'll open this up. So I just recently purchased a Roadster 4 22 meter. My last wing was the Mojo Power 2 24 meter. So this will be a little bit more spicier for me. It's like Christmas. Just want to be careful during the cutting and opening process. Backing out of here. Oh, thank you, Aviator. Got some gear from them. Oh, sweet, a t-shirt. Super stoked for that one. All right, we're super excited, so I see it already. So let's let this out. Oops, there goes my scissors. All right, super excited. So I got my brand new wing here in front of me. Let's open it up. I've never owned a brand new wing before. My wing was actually the wing that I used in training. So I believe I may have used a Spider 3 once. Maybe I may have just kited it. But all through training, I used just basically the Mojo. So I'm super familiar with that and that particular wing only. We are going to keep that wing because I still currently have my Atom 80. I still currently have my now Mojo. So all I really need is another frame, and I'll basically have two paramotors at this point. So what we'll do is use the Mojo for really, really stronger winds. It has more stability if we need to. But this will be my main wing going forward. Ozone label on the bottom. Looks like on the top two. Easy bag. You can also put some information in here. Keep your name. Which is really good when you go out to the field and there's other people that are flying. You can basically make sure your gear ends up with you. Open that up. Got that brand new plastic smell. Reminds me of getting a gaming system when I was a kid. All right, let's see. Right here. Oh, there she is. All right, got speed bar, which I've incidentally have never used yet flying. So put that to the side. We've got some stuff in the bottom. Okay, looks like we got some of the information, product details. Actually, we'll need these since I lost a pair of keys, so I'm excited to have both this put back onto my keys. Authenticity, and then so all the manual stuff is now online, so I'll have to take a look at that before I fly with it, just making sure that I understand the trim settings and any other settings that are on there before I take to the air. That will be a big thing going forward, is just getting used to a new wing on how it handles, turns, takeoff, all that, etc. So I want to be safe with that. All right, so we got a brand new wing, nice and fresh in here. I don't think I'm going to take it completely apart because we're going to take this to the field. Today it's a rainy day here in the afternoon, but we'll have some chance to kite it, so I'm super excited to do that. So looks like we got a nice little belt to basically keep everything in one piece. All our risers are right here as well. So yeah, I'm super excited. So I think what I'm going to do is load up my car and kite the wing. All right, welcome back. So we are going to the second LZ, the school soccer fields, to basically kite the wing. As you heard earlier, there's some rain that's getting ready to roll in a couple hours. So I really am excited. So I really just want to play with the wing and get it up, just kind of get used to it. So with that, we're going to get set up and get some of my first impressions of just kiting the wing. All right, that's going to be a no-go. The ground is way too wet, and winds are just a little bit more stronger than I would have hoped for. If I had tried to kite the wing, I probably would run into some issues of just getting the thing dirty, and I just don't want to do that, which is a bummer, but safer than getting my wing wet. And as you can see, and probably hear, that's a ton of water from all the rains and stuff that came around this area. So since kiting my wing is going to be a no-go today, instead we're going to take a look at the online manual and just kind of peruse over that. Even though I know how to fly and I understand wings and stuff like that, it's always important to look over it, mainly because there's some minute details that are often between wings that you need to be aware of. Load rate, all that stuff you may be 100% ready to go with, but there may be something else that you may not know of. Plus, this wing has a little bit extra features that I need to become more familiarized, such as tip steering and the new system that goes for the trims as well. So once I get back home, we'll pull up those videos and take a look at that information as well. All right, we have returned. So a lot better conditions today. It's about a week later. It's been a ton of rain up here in Indiana, but today we have a better situation. It's warm. It rained last night, so the ground's maybe a little damp, but has since warmed up. But the wind is about 4 to 5 miles per hour. So today will be a perfect day to practice our wing and really get a feel with it and get some first impressions. So I'm gonna get set up. Okay, some quick feedback. I will say that this thing is super light. Like when I originally launched it, I was thinking that it was going to be a little bit heavier just because it was carrying heavy, but it seems substantially lighter than my Mojo. So the inflation was super easy. The other thing that I had to get used to was the trim settings, which I luckily read the manual and put it on the best settings as well. But all in all, it handles exactly like an Ozone wing. It's very familiar. There's some added benefits to it. The only piece of advice I have is wear sunglasses if you're practicing, because this fabric is so bright and vibrant that it took a little bit for my eyes to get adjusted to it, which is a good thing. It can definitely be spotted from the sky. So I'm gonna play around a little bit with it more, but I'm super soaked. All right, now for some final thoughts. So just a couple things that I noticed was, this is probably with all new wings, is just that the handle itself needs to be molded to my hand. So just gonna have to get used to that. Basically, when I go to pull it free from the holding or the magnet or whatever, sometimes the brake line's still kind of wrapped around there. So I'll just get used to that. Also, it'll be interesting to get used to just basically the whole configuration when it comes to tip steering. So I can't wait to get up in the air and try that. But all in all, I'm excited to fly this wing. It flew just like I was used to as far as launches and basically just kiting it in general. So with that, fly safe.